Hello, welcome. Today I have another ink review video for you. This one is called Obsidian Moon, and it is by Endless Alchemy. And this one might have shimmer, I don't know, but I'll be shaking it just in case. It's a color that I did not know that they had. I do like their inks, and their inks come in these wonderful bottles with these cork bases, and they're very, very fun. So I'll leave you a link to their site and you can see what I'm talking about. This is a really black, like super black. At least while it's wet, it's super black. All right, let's leave a little bit extra down here just in case there's something else we can see. That's a lot. Wow, okay. All right, I don't have a lot of black inks because I just don't use them, but I was curious about this one. They have, I think, 3 different inks named Obsidian something. This is Endless. There we go. And the other inks, one of them is, let me get this off my fingers here. That's really dark. Anyway, one of them is Obsidian Sun. So this is Obsidian Moon. And then I think they have another one, and I forget what it's called. All right, let's go ahead and put this under the fan to dry. Here's how that looks so far. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back, and I've got some copy paper here, and I do believe this does have shimmer. So I'm just gonna preemptively shake this, make sure. I don't wanna miss out on any shimmers. All right, so this is copy paper, and the reason I test things on copy paper is because sometimes maybe you're at school or work or something and you don't have access to your nicer papers and you just want to know if the ink will perform well. I don't think I picked up enough on the pen. Let me try that again. There we go. That's better. All right, I'll go ahead and fill this in because I definitely didn't put the pen all the way in the container. All right, this is Obsidian Moon, and this is copy paper. All right, and this ink really coats the pen. All right, that's how it looks so far. It's definitely a black. All right, let's get this under here without spilling it. Okay, and I'm going to put the cap on and shake this again. All right. I'm going to wipe some of this off the handle just because it's definitely going to stain my hands worse than the other inks. At least that's my fear. It's a lot harder to get these darker colors stains off my fingers than it is for some of the others. All right. Goes down really smooth. And this is HP 32 paper. It's just another copy paper. I have a funny feeling about this ink. I'm going to check something out. I have a suspicion. If it turns out to be true, I'll leave a comment about it. But, yeah. All right, let's try this again. Okay. Obsidian Moon. And this is HP 32. So what I was saying is that this paper tends to resist the ink a little bit, so if there are any special properties in the ink, you usually can see it on this paper. And if there are any other colors that you'd like to see me review, just leave a comment down below, and if I have that ink or if I can get it, then we'll do a review video. All right, there it is. We'll give that a second to dry, and we will try this out on the Tomoe River paper. And I'm going to shake it up again just in case for those shimmers. All right. Tomoe River usually shows off the properties of the inks very, very well, so it's always important to me to try them out whenever doing swatches. All right. And this is Tomoe River. And if you find these videos helpful at all, or if you just enjoy watching them, go ahead and hit like and subscribe and you'll get to see more. All right, there we go. I'm going to stop there. I have a feeling that, I mean, this ink is drying really quick. It's unusual. So, okay, I'm going to go check on that swatch and see if it's dry. I'll be right back. All right, I am back, and here is how these swatches turned out. So first of all, it works fine on copy paper, no feathering. It's very, very dark and very nice ink. And over here especially, you can see there's a little bit of silver shimmer. It's a little bit subtle, but it's there. It's very pretty. It gives this black ink a little bit more dimension than just plain black. And then here it is on the HP 32. You can see it's a little bit richer, just barely though. It's almost identical. In real life, you can see a difference because of the texture of the paper, but there really isn't any difference in the actual saturation, like the hue of the ink. And there is some really pretty silver shimmer in there as well. And then same thing here on the Tomoe River. This is one where it's like the three inks almost look identical on all the papers. So this is like the perfect ink if you just want something that works on everything and you're not fussy about you know, wanting shading or anything like that. If you just want a really nice ink that's going to always work the same everywhere, this would be a great choice. And the suspicion that I had earlier, I went ahead and just looked at it while I was checking on the swatch. I was wondering if this was waterproof and that maybe that was why it was drying so quick, but it's not waterproof. It does say it's water resistant, but not waterproof. And I don't know if maybe that's why it was drying so quick when I was writing with it, because it was dried on the pen as well. So that was kind of interesting. So, and I don't mean dry as in like a wet versus a dry ink. I mean it like it was, I was having trouble washing it off the pen. Rather than just a quick swirl and it's off the pen, it was a little bit of residue was sticking to the dip pen. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Anyway, it is a beautiful ink though, and it has a nice even color, which is good if you want that. If you want everything to just always look the same everywhere. Which could be helpful, especially in like a work situation. So this would be a very good ink for school and work for that reason. And then here is the swatch. You can see the shimmer. Hopefully the camera picks that up. It's really, really pretty actually. And there's a tiny bit of a sheen. And maybe that sheen is what's causing it to stick to the pen. But down here, where I put the ink down a little bit heavier, you see a little bit of a sheen with that shimmer. And then here's the writing on the bottom of the card. So this is actually a beautiful ink. It's very, very dark black and has a little bit of shimmer to add some interest. So this is a really nice one. I'll definitely leave a link to Endless Alchemy for you so you can see their pretty bottles. And thank you so much for watching. You have a great day.